I've done that with wine glass, like with glasses.
Oh,
in general,
man.
like a coffee cup, and I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, you get like, oh wow, how did I make it all the way here with that?
Yes. I look at it, there's like bright red lipstick, and they look at you like, "Come on, man!" But I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm just." I would just
keep it moving.
Yeah, and I have no excuse.
No, it was my fault. I get it.
Hi. Welcome to the Modern Waiter Podcast. I'm Marlon Joseph, the Modern Waiter, where we discuss all things restaurant business, learn something, laugh at something. On today's episode, waiter, there's something in my food.
Boom.
Tragic, I know. What are the things that people have found in their food? Let's talk about it. But first, the intro.
Tired of working deadbeat jobs for lame pay. I'm tired of getting fired and hired the same day. If you know the rules of the game, then you'll stay. And if you don't, then you'll be a pawn.
As usual, I'm joined by my good friend Danny DeVilla.
What's up, people?
Before we start, I want to invite everyone, if you do enjoy our show and our content, feel free to give us a like if you're watching us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it really helps other people find our content and that we can grow the channel and things like that. And consider subscribing as well. And if you like, give us a review.
Yes.
Give us a 5-star review. And comment as we go.
Show us some love.
Show us some love. Yeah, we work hard for you. Have you ever personally found anything in your food?
Besides hair, no.
Okay. So what's your thing about hair? Like, did you send it back?
It depends.
Okay.
It's not like if it's just something tiny and I pull it out and I keep it moving. Now, if I find a long strand and it's all over my, like it's covers, like it looks like a noodle on my plate, I'm going to send it back. You know what I mean? But if it's something smaller, I usually just pull it and keep it moving myself.
Yeah.
I'm not really too, obviously we do this, so I'm not losing my mind about it.
The thing about hair is that, when people find hair, and they're justified.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Oh, no, I'm not arguing that. Yeah, absolutely.
When people they freak out, but hair comes from
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. There could be a fan blowing and it could come from that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hair is one of those kind of things where it's hair.
It travels.
It travels. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, hair goes everywhere. The wind blows, the fan, like you said. And, it could be a kitchen thing. It could be on the way. It could be the person next to you. It could be you.
It could absolutely.
It could be anything. So I don't really freak out about hair.
No.
It's not. It doesn't gross me out.
It's not the end all be all by any means. I can't eat anymore.
Of all the things I've had in my mouth.
Right.
Like how many times have you whipped around and somebody's hair went in your mouth?
Absolutely.
Like, it's not like.
Yeah. I'm in my car sometime and my daughter has long hair, or I'll have people in the car. And I remember the other day I was pulling hair, like I was like, this is definitely not my hair. Get off of my body.
Exactly. I draw the line at like pet hair.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You see pet hair around, but, I see a lot of people that have pets, and, it's like...
Yeah.
You see it everywhere.
Everywhere.
But, yeah, when I get... And it's rare. It doesn't happen all the time. I'll just, keep it moving.
It's like I said, as long as it's not something that it's detrimental, like if it's normal size hair, I'm okay with it. It's not, if it's long and it's wrapped around my plate somehow, I'm like, yeah, then I'm sending it back.
If I'm not feeling the dish...
Yeah.
That hair is going to bother me.
That hair is going to bother you. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, found a hair here.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want another one? No. I'll try something else.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's things that we like to talk about why we do this show.
Yeah.
And you wanted to... You messaged me about doing this show. Why?
So a coworker had found one of my friends. Actually, Daniela found something. A guest found something in their food.
Okay.
It was in a kid's pasta. I forgot exactly what it was. It wasn't what I have on this list, and I should have wrote it down when she told me, but I didn't. It was like plastic, something that definitely shouldn't be in the dish.
Okay.
And it was in a kid's pasta. And it was a plain pasta, and that's why it was kind of, it was very like just butter and noodles, and there was this random thing in there.
Isn't it amazing how things will stand out, but we could be blind to it because we just see that we want the food, we want the dish and things like that.
Yeah.
You almost have to put on a different lens to inspect what's going on. When you're wiping the plate and things like that, you might notice something, but if you just want the food and you grab it, I've done that with wine glass, like with glasses.
Oh,
in general,
man.
like a coffee cup, and I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, you get like, oh wow, how did I make it all the way here with that?
Yes. I look at it, there's like bright red lipstick, and they look at you like, "Come on, man!" But I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm just." I would just
keep it moving.
Yeah, and I have no excuse.
No, it was my fault. I get it. Like actually, that same day, I had somebody ordered water, and I had dropped a glass. And one glass I didn't realize was dirty. You know what I mean? One glass was clean, one glass was dirty. He goes, "You get my friend a new glass." I'm like, I was like, "Oh, my bad." I didn't realize. Like the glass, it's probably used for like a mojito. It just had like the leaves, like some stuff that just like random remnants that don't come off that first rinse unless you give it a good scrub, kind of thing.
Can't stand that.
Yeah,
it depends on what you put you use a glass for. For instance. When we finally went to No Pulp OJ, I've been begging for years because it craps up. It
destroys the
champagne
glass. Yes.
Come on, it makes no sense. It for the amount of times that you serve a mimosa.
Yes. And you got to do brunch, okay? And it's unlimited, so
you're jacking up all the glasses, basically.
Yeah,
all of them.
All of them.
And the chef's still resistant. He's still bitter about it. It's like, come on now, just
save yourself some time and effort.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and it's the same price.
It's the same price,
and there's not a price change on that.
Yeah, you're not paying. I can see if you're like, oh, it's 50 cents more a gallon.
Yeah,
or 10 cents more a gallon, whatever. It's the same.
Yeah,
just check the box. Tick the box for no pulp, please.
Exactly.
And it's working out a lot better. The glasses are more consistent for when you have something clear in it and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm embarrassed sometimes when I take something out. It's like, man. And it's mostly when you're moving too fast.
Yeah, and you don't notice yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
We're human.
Reasons aren't excuses.
No, exactly.
You know, and the reason for it is not a good excuse.
Exactly.
And we just keep it moving. And from the assembly to the delivery of restaurant food, anything can happen because things are whipping around. We're moving fast, and so that's when you have an expo to kind of look at the dishes and things like that. But when it's in there and if you're opening things,
if it's in there, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not seeing that. Even like I said, if you're the expo, you're cleaning the plate, you make it all beautiful. It can be under something.
Yes, like the kids' pasta and things like that. So tell me what you got.
Okay, so the first one is a piece of a to-go container.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
In the food?
In the food.
Man, is it styrofoam?
I believe it was plastic.
Plastic to-goes. Oh, yeah. Chip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when something breaks, it flies.
Exactly.
It flies. And although... plastic's not good, but at least it's not glass.
At least it's not.
Glass is scary.
Glass is terrifying.
Really terrifying.
And glass moves. Okay.
Yeah, man.
You be cleaning. You'll think, oh man, it was isolators right here. Nah, let that thing hit the floor. You're talking a 20, 30 foot radius almost, yo. It be moving. Okay.
It flies when it scatters, and then it skips.
Yes.
So like, it's like skipping a rock.
Yeah. Speaking of rocks.
Oh,
a marble.
A marble.
And I didn't. This is not me. These are people that have told me.
You collected from coworkers.
Absolutely, a marble.
A marble. You know what's the weirdest thing? Like when everybody's scratching their heads, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have. Where does this come from? We don't even have this."
Yes. Here. And so they told me it came from. So on the line. Where the where the text hang. Exactly. That's where the marble was from.
But that has to be destroyed.
That's got to be exactly.
Because there's only I'd say a quarter of an inch.
It's tiny
of a space to slide the ticket up. Okay, for those of you who are not in the restaurant industry, the line is where the kitchen is. It just runs the length of the kitchen, and the pass or the window is the divide between the kitchen and the expo where you pull the food from. And we have somewhere to...
Yeah, you hang your checks. Exactly.
The checks or the tickets or the chits or whatever you want to call them. So, a very common way. Some old school places have a clothespin system, but it just takes two hands when you normally only you only
need
have
one,
one
yeah,
hand
exactly.
to do it. And there's a rail, and you slide the ticket in, and the ticket's just held by marbles in gravity. There's a channel that has the marbles, and then you slide it in, and it just pinches it between the metal and the metal and the marble. Having said that,
I've never seen that though.
there's no way the marble. I mean, I'll say there's no way, but that whole system.
Yeah,
thing has to
that must have been
be
janky.
Destroyed.
Yeah, exactly.
Janky. Used and abused. Man, that's if that's where it came from.
That's where they assumed it came from. That's what they told me. I was like, because I said a marble.
I would more
when they told me a marble, I go a marble.
I would more believe a ball bearing.
Right?
It's like there's always some kind of spinning something, and that might have been destroyed and then flies out or something like that. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's when you scratch your head and just start to wonder what's because two very common ones. I don't know if I'm stepping on your
you're
list
good.
There is the twist ties from the bread and the buns.
I do have that in there, but that's okay.
Yeah,
but we can talk about that. That is very common.
That's very common. When you see that, you're like,
yeah. That's anybody that's selling a sandwich, you can understand that. If
it helps if you can explain it.
Yeah.
If you can't explain it, you're like, you're looking competent.
Yeah.
It's like, this should never happen. Oh my gosh, it's the XYZ.
Yeah.
But when you're like scratching your head, you're like, a marble.
I don't know where that came
from. I was trying to kill you. You want to have something.
Right?
Man. So at least that one's a common one. Either the flat plastic one.
The flat plastics, I found in a dish before, and then I've definitely seen like the little with the metal.
Yeah. The old school twist ties and things like that. I remember twist ties as something that we had in the junk drawer when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because you don't see them at all anymore. But we used to have a stash of them. A stash of them. They were all perforated and together, and you used to like
zip them off.
Like zip one off and then twist tie.
I use them all the time.
Yeah, you get the bagels and then you just like
absolutely. You had a backstash in case something happens to the original one.
Exactly. It's like, what gave you the twist ties? Were they like sandwich bags or something? We used to have
So before there was,
the Ziplocs?
the good Ziplocs, they had those, but they had inside the bottom would have the zip tie ones.
Oh, what a nostalgia, man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And you'd always have extra.
How inefficient. Now you don't see them because everything's Ziploc.
Everything, yeah.
That's another one, Ziploc.
Right.
Brand name.
Yes.
It's a brand name, baby. It's like General Mills.
Exactly. It's like Coke. It's called Ziploc bag.
Blue Magic. Wow. Ziploc. I mean, these companies, they got you. Because when do you ever say, what's a generic term? Sandwich bag?
Exactly. Yeah. You're not going to call it a sandwich. You can call it Ziploc. Or even like we do it all, like we were talking about, I think we were talking about Kool-Aid on one show, where Kool-Aid is the brand name.
That's the brand name,
but it's still Kool-Aid everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go is Kool-Aid. What do you call it? Sugar water purple. So you got the Kool-Aid. I don't even know what the interlocking mechanism is. Like it's a sandwich bag with a. You start once you say zip, you might as well say lock.
Exactly.
And it blows my mind. I don't never say sandwich bags.
No, it's Ziploc bags all day.
Ziploc bags. Or freezer bags.
Or freezer bags, yeah. But that just generates just the size. So when it comes to quart or freezer bags, they're still Ziplocs. They're just it's just the kind of the size of the bag in itself.
They got you.
Man.
So what else do you got?
This one's kind of common, but it's not common. It's so we had somebody find a black glove in a French onion soup.
Not even a piece of black glove?
The whole glove.
The whole glove.
Now, but I can understand.
Can you?
Well, no, but I can see how it could happen because they're supposed to be wearing gloves back there.
No glove, no love.
Exactly. So maybe that's the only, just because there is such a high use of gloves, maybe somebody was getting off of work, did a pull and it slid and didn't know where it went.
But it's black.
I know.
I can understand like the clear,
the
clear
white,
ones, maybe it blends in, you don't see it. How are you still serving onion soup anyway?
They love it.
Man, people that like onion soup, love onion soup.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, they see onion soup. You have onion soup? You're getting that. Getting that for sure.
For sure.
Man, you like onion soup?
I like the broth when I'm not feeling well. It coats my throat. Just the broth itself, because onions have a good, they have good repairing properties, you know, stuff like that. So
Okay.
it does make me feel a lot better in my throat. Like if I have a sore throat or something like that at work.
Okay. I don't think I've ever gone through an onion soup.
No, I don't. Yeah, because I don't do the bread part. I don't really like the cheese, but I do like this. Like if you have a good broth, I like I said, the broth I can drink.
It's just a weird soup. It's a weird soup.
But people that love it, love it.
People that love it, love it.
Love it.
My ex like crushed French onion soup. You're like, hey, first of all,
It looks good on a dish. Like when it first comes out.
it's good looking.
Yeah,
It's a good looking
It's
soup.
a good looking soup.
Yeah.
You know
It's a
that
good-looking
cheese
soup.
gets melted on that crock, and it has like some definition to it with the bread or the whatever you decide to put in there, croutons.
Yeah.
It's a pretty looking soup when it comes out.
But it's not pretty to eat.
No, as soon as they pop into it, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. And then you got to start stringing it.
Yeah,
And
it's like hot string cheese.
yeah, it's like it's hot string cheese. It is not. That's the kind of thing you eat at home.
Yeah.
You won't make it at home, but that's the problem.
Exactly.
You know, it's somebody was telling me about it was brunch, and she was asking me about the sticky ribs, and she was asking me about it. I said, I eat ribs at home. Because after that, I gotta take a shower.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
You're at the bare minimum. You know me. I'm a napkin person with like wings, and I'm a big like you've seen me. We go out and we'll eat. Yeah, with the ribs, I might go through your whole container.
it's tough to keep clean.
It is.
And so she was asking me. She said, "Oh, I don't really like to, eat with my hands when I'm out. So are they forkable? Like, can I use a knife and fork?" I said, "You can try, but you already know the answer.
You already know.
Either just dive in and forget about it, or pass it,
Or keep it moving.
or keep it moving. Because come on now,
True.
knife and fork on ribs. Listen to yourself.
It sound right.
You don't sound right.
It sound right.
Just do it,
Just do it.
or
Don't. I don't even know where this came from, but it's on here, and I remember them saying it, and I was like, "What do you mean?" And they told me goat.
They found goat. What do they mean?
I was like, "What do you mean, like goat cheese? Like what are you saying, goat?" No, they said the goat. I go, remember, like you had that table with the goat.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why I have it, and I have it in parentheses. I was like, I asked for an explanation, but we were running around, so
Okay. So then you can't even say it. That's not even on the list.
I don't even know. I was like, the goat.
Yeah, we gotta cut that out the show. Like, first of all, that had to have been in a cauldron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
The whole goat's in there and you don't notice. They must have thought, like, what's the weirdest dish you've eaten?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, but I said no. I said the weirdest dish. I said the weirdest thing you've ever found in a dish.
Just keep it moving, bro.
And then my last one is the one that nobody wants to find in anything.
Glass.
No, even worse.
A rat.
A roach.
Oh, that happened to me.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Years ago, I was in Hollywood, Florida, and it was like, I'll say it, what's that, Moonlight Diner, the Airstream.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know that. Yes.
Yes, I was there, hammered, starving. I am ready to go. Okay, get my food, and I'm eating this thing. I look down, I see a roach.
See, there's no coming back from that.
Listen, I was so hungry, I even contemplated for a second to eat around it.
There's no coming back from that.
There's no coming back from it. It was in the mashed potatoes. When I say in, it was not adjacent. It was not around. It was within.
There's no
Bro,
coming back from that.
I left.
You have to.
I got up, and they were like,
Walk
where
out.
you going? I said,
Look at the dish.
yeah, there's a roach in my... And they weren't even surprised. That's the worst.
That's horrendous.
I didn't even get the, oh my God, how could that happen?
Oh.
Like, at least give me the best actor award.
Right?
You know?
Fake it.
Fake it. Put on a...
Fake it.
Did not even fake it. I was like, they got roaches. they know it. They're like, in their mind, somebody found another one.
Yeah.
They were not surprised.
Oh, And I don't care if you have them, okay? Because, we're going to say, you work in the...
Shit happens.
Shit happens, okay? You have, there's food around, there's depending on how your dry storage is, we're not expecting restaurants not to have critters, okay?
Yeah.
By any means. We do not ever want to find the critter that we might know is in a restaurant in our food.
You don't need
we don't ever need... I need the illusion.
Yes.
Give me the smoke in the mirror, please, okay? Because the second you see a roach, you see rat droppings, period. Let's say you see a rat.
Yeah.
You're losing it, okay? Yeah. And these are the reasons you should be losing it.
You and I have seen roaches in restaurants.
Yes.
Like crawling. Not the
crawling.
place that we work.
No.
We've been out.
Crawling
On the computer.
Do you remember that day?
Crawled on a dude's shoulder.
Did you remember?
As he was eating. And he was just like... we were so frozen with the entertainment.
Yeah.
We wanted to say something,
but
then it was too juicy.
It was too juicy. Oh, and it was
like,
and it wasn't even
this?
a roll. It was a big. It was a
big. It looked like
boy.
from Men in Black.
Yo, it was about to eat that motherfucker. Yo. If we would have approached it, it might have bit off his head.
Dude, it was up there with like the antenna just looking around, and it was tickling him and shit. And we were like, oh. We were grossed out and entertained at the same time. Oh, I remember being itchy.
I got itchy after the fact.
I was, and we used to eat. We still eat there.
Yeah.
That was foul.
Oh,
it was. I mean, and it went from one shoulder. It got up here, went to the other shoulder, and kind of looked at him. Was like, "Hey, buddy, what you eating?"
Yo, oh my gosh. Oh. And when it was on the computer, remember, we were following. It was like, oh my God. It's just like, it was crawling.
It was his house.
It was.
We were in his house.
He was looking back at like what? You got a problem? I know you see me surviving in here and thriving.
Yeah, man, that was wild.
Crazy. What do you got on your end? You got anything for me?
Well, I had the glass.
Okay, so I've never found glass in a dish. I've in a cup, yes.
I have.
Okay, in a dish.
No, I mean, not personally, but at the restaurant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a dish. And it's scary.
That's scary.
You feel for them.
Yeah.
Because they cut themselves crunching on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than a bloody mouth. Oh. Man. Oh.
We buying everybody food.
Yeah, that whole table.
The check is taken care of.
No question.
Just calm down.
You can't say anything. What do you say?
Sorry.
Yeah.
You just got to make a big deal, because it is a big deal. Glass in cutting the mouth.
Glass is terrifying.
Terrifying.
Glass is as terrifying as the roach.
I'm always impressed of those circus folk that can eat glass. I'm like, what do you got? What kind of iron stomach you got?
What kind of crunchers in there do you have?
Oh, yeah, the teeth?
Yeah. Because think about it, yeah. And that's just the fact, the fact that you can chew it, let alone swallow it, is terrifying.
It can't be regular glass. It has to be that, like...
I don't care if it's breakaway glass, yo. That, for your intestines, you just put holes in things.
There's got to be a science behind it. I have no idea. But do you know how tempered glass just kind of beads up? Mm-hmm. And it kind of makes those squares?
Yeah.
But regular glass, they make them shards.
Yeah, they make shards.
Yes. They can't be crunching on that.
No.
That stuff. Your whole
forget the here.
You bleed
Talk about in here, yo.
Your last show.
Oh, man. Ooh.
Another thing I've found in food is pearls and oysters.
Okay.
Yeah. You see them every once in a while because we shuck a lot of oysters.
Yeah, okay.
Once in a while you see
but that's, that to me, that's not a bad, I mean, it shouldn't be there, but at the same time, it's not out the realm.
It shouldn't. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not out of the realm.
It came from, that's where they come from.
Yeah, that's where they come from, but they aren't comfortable to bite into.
Oh, I'm sure.
If something happens. But then again, are you really chewing oysters?
No.
So, yeah. But one common thread to finding things in food is that as a restaurant worker, you're rarely ever surprised.
No, absolutely. You're not.
You're like, I'm surprised at what it is, but I'm not surprised you found it in your food.
Exactly.
Things are flying around, people. Mm-hmm. Let us know what you have found in your food.
Because when I told you on the show, I almost was going to say, hey, maybe let's do like a phone thing and have people call in and we kind of see what they say.
Yeah.
But
that's a lot of work.
that is a lot of work.
Because then you have to have the foresight to do it, collect all the stuff, then make the show. I'd just rather make the show.
Yeah, we made the show.
I mean,
the show's here for you.
we make so many of them. I'm not trying to make it work harder on us, you know?
But if you do have some great ones and we can revisit this, we're not afraid to. Like if you give us like 6 or 7, something juicy that we can talk
let us
about,
know.
we're definitely in, people.
Yeah, let us know. Tell us your stories. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Or you can even write to me at themodernwaiter themodernwaiter@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at themodernwaiter podcast. That's where I do a lot of my connecting with people. And so people are surprised, man. I say all the time, we're building a community. So if you want to be a part of the community, just reach out to me. It doesn't mean that I want to know about you and how your experience in the service industry is.
Absolutely.
It's not a solicitation for guests, so to speak.
No.
We're very, I feel, selective about who we have on the show, and we're grateful to have them, but we just can't have everybody.
Exactly.
You know, it's just not the format. We want to have about 15 to 20% of our shows be guests, but we love to hear from people. And
we love your feedback because
we love the feedback.
We've made more shows. We've not made more, but we've came up probably I want to say maybe 15 to 20% of the shows have came from guest ideas,
if not more.
Yeah,
if not more, and we need that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a boon and it's incredible. So if you have that enjoyment that you have for the show, do consider. We do enjoy your support because we do,
and we love your feedback. Yeah, you guys help us keep this thing moving.
Yes, we do. So if you've never taken the chance to write a review, or to reach out, or to put that click that subscribe button, please do. It takes 6.5 seconds, and it really help us out. I'm Marlon Joseph, the Modern Waiter.
I'm Danny the Villain. Subscribe, people.
We'll see you next time.
Later.
Gotta respect the shit that I throw up. Regurgitating lyrics on you niggas like throwing up shit on you niggas like sick to my stomach when I hear your shit.